Hey everybody, hope you all are doing alright. so, I woke up. I don't know. So yesterday I had a very I did shit all day yesterday. I worked out twice. I'm just giving you guys a playback. It'll help fill in the blanks because I woke up this morning feeling fucking just horribly depressed. Like really like sad. Like just feeling like off on like everything. It's one of the weirdest feelings of. It's I used to most of the times I don't ever feel this way. Like usually what happens when I feel this way is I'll just spend like, a number of days not doing anything, like just sitting around not doing shit. And a lot of times when I go to sleep, during the night I'll have like, just anxiety, just all sorts of spirits and things trying to like make me think the worst things I could possibly think about myself and my life and where everything's at. And but the strange thing though is yesterday and the days before yesterday, like I've been on a steady track of doing a lot, like consistently. So for me to experience that last night after I spent yesterday just pretty much, I mean, I took an hour break in the middle of the day, and the rest of the day I was doing shit. Like, whether it was researching things or making videos or fucking just doing the chores, things around the house that I do or working out, I was constantly doing shit. So, it was strange for me to wake up just feeling that way because I usually don't feel that way when I've been doing shit. So, and then I went on a walk. I took Shiloh for a walk also, and she did something she never done before. She usually always, and so does Little Bear, but she especially. Well, I mean, I say her especially because I've been walking her lately. Little Bear, we haven't been able to walk Little Bear actually because we haven't been able to put a harness on him because he's still very reactive and I mean, he growls and shit. Like it's to that point to where it's like he'll run away from you. Like he does not want he doesn't trust putting a harness on right now. So he still feels. We're thinking he's still threatened by him somehow or something. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but we're having to slowly but surely get him used to the harness, and eventually we'll be able to put the harness on and be able to give him walks again. So because we don't give him walks, we and myself, the family too helps out. Try to play ball with him in the backyard, which he loves doing. So it seems to be working out pretty well. Although I still feel, bad about not being able to give him a walk, but it's, we're working on it. But anyways, back to Shiloh. So I walk Shiloh all the time, and I walked her this morning, and she did two things that she's never ever done before. Every time I've walked her is they usually always poop and pee on top of like grass or plants, but today for some odd reason she fucking number two, she took a dump right on the concrete and she peed right on the concrete in two separate different locations and occasions. So that ain't never happened before. I've never seen her do that, and it's just today feels like one of the. I don't know if y'all have ever had it. I've had it a few times in my life where you wake up and you kind of feel like you're in a different dimension or something. I don't know. It might sound fucking batshit crazy, but that's the only way I can. Like everything is relatively the same, just like little things like that thing with Shiloh was different, and then my dad left to go see a friend of his today, and it's like while he was leaving, like I got hit with this like really powerful emotional like something was telling me, tell him not to leave. Don't you tell him that, I just kept on thinking bad things were gonna happen to him. Bad, just like it was just, I was like overwhelmed with just this horrible like dread. Like everything's just fucking doomed, and it's like it's just like I mean, but in like a real emotional, like tender, and it's like I'm sitting here wanting to just like reach out to him and tell him I love him, and like I'm sorry that I'm not the best at talking, and like I'm afraid I'm never gonna see him again. Like really weird shit. And then I'm like, is that a premonition? Like, should I go tell him to stop him because something might happen to him? And um, I still don't know. I mean, hopefully nothing happens to him, man. But I've had these thoughts a lot. Like you said, something when you're starting to develop your psychic abilities, I feel like this is what I don't know exactly what's going on, but I feel like part of it has to do with that, and like the farther the more able you are with your abilities, and the more it's all about senses. Like you're sensing things. That's what's happening when And something happened to me last night when I actually picked up on somebody. I went to the store, and as I was leaving the store, I walked by a gentleman, and I got overwhelmed with a sensation that like he needed help with something, and it was like he's in one of those motor scooters things that that they offer at grocery stores to help disabled people get through the grocery store, and hey, Shai, what you doing? And he was sitting on one of those outside, and he was like a middle-aged dude. He wasn't like super old or anything. But I just, again, as I walked past him, I got hit with the sensation that he needed help. And initially, I kept on walking, and then I was like, "Whoa, this is just really strong." So I decided to go back, and I actually asked him. I was like, "Dude, need help with anything?" And he was like, "Well, yeah, actually, I do." I guess he had two soda pops, and one of the soda pops he lost the cap for it, so he was trying to use the cap from the other soda pop to tighten, the soda pop he was drinking right then and there, and it didn't work. But he was like, "Oh well, I'll just drink the whole thing right now." So he was fine. But it's interesting how he brought that up. He told me, he was like, "Dude, and then he was like, oh man, your senses are fucking shy. What are you doing?" Relax, girl. And so he was telling me that, oh man, your senses are fucking, off the charts or whatever. And I was like, wow, that was really interesting. So that's what I think is a part of what is happening, is that something's changing inside myself to where I'm becoming much more sensitive to the rest of the worlds, and or to energy, and to other people and beings and creatures. And so I don't even know. I'm just like, today I'm just kind of like taking it a little slow and not doing as much. But I thought I'd share that with y'all. So, all right, I love you guys. I gotta go. I'll try to. Anyway, yeah, that's all I got right now. All right, love y'all. Bye.